3:30?
Nah, I'm busy for the rest of the day. That's why I'm like, when you said let's do it early this afternoon, I'm like, yeah, let's jump on it because I got stuff I need to do. Should be back on. All right, so if we're back on, let me know if you can hear me in the chat. Are we back on? Can you hear me? I did start it over. Can you hear me now? Let me know. Just gonna wait any minute now.
Yes. Okay, it just came back on.
Perfect. Yeah. Back to that last sentence. I think the question isn't who's going to die or how many. It's who's going to initiate the kills, because it looks like Veronica has a lot of people on her chopping block. Justin looks like he'll be more than willing to kill anybody in his way. And that preview, when he says, "Do you think I'm a bad person?" I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? Am I a bad person? Oh, no, it's not like you almost beat up the guy that I love with a crowbar or almost run my fiance and mom off the road.
Yeah, sure, you're a nice person.
Yeah, and I'm like, I want to get to that scene where we see Jeffrey and Justin, where Justin's pointing a gun at his head and Jeffrey. That's what I want to see.
I wonder if that'll be after or before Veronica walks in.
I'm thinking it is after, due to what they're wearing. Justin's still wearing the black shirt, but Jeffrey doesn't seem to be wearing that like pink polo he has on in the preview. That's my guess. And we know for a fact that it's the condo and not wherever Justin has the apartment at. The only reason I'm guessing it is because yeah, one little thing, because Jeffrey doesn't have his shoes on because he has his legs crossed in the sofa, and it just kind of feels like a throwback to his old apartment where he tells Melissa, go ahead and take your shoes off, because he's probably one of those people like, no shoes on in my apartment. So that's why I figure that, yeah, that's going to be David's condo that they're at. Yeah. Timothy. At the moment, I think Derek is the guy with the lion tattoo. I just hate the fact that they're drawing it out. I honestly don't care at this point because I've done so many videos on it, but I'll do it. Kid,
I'll be honest with you. The more and more I see Derek, the more and more I hope it's not, because I really genuinely want to like this character.
Likewise.
Because he's done so much, and I think that Hannah, even though she's wanting to take things slow, I really think that she is starting to like him.
Same here. And then it's the fact that he's been alone for like the past year, so obviously he's probably horny, so that's why it feels like he's rushing things. But the thing I'm trying to keep in mind is like the fact that since they're older, it kind of makes sense in one of those, hey, we're not getting any younger kind of things. But at the same time, even though it seems like Derek, it's kind of like with Catherine pushing them and Derek kind of, you know, being a bit faster than Hannah. It's just like what Candace said to Benny. It's like, no, Benny, don't bring mom into this because she's too slow for the pace that we're moving at. And I'm just like, that must apply to all aspects of Hannah's life, not just her work life, but also her spiritual life as well as love life. So
you know what the crazy thing about all this is?
Yeah.
Derek said his wife has been dead for a year, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Well, technically, that's even before the haves and the have-nots came on.
Oh yeah.
Right, like you know, like even remember, like I watched your video about Wyatt and Laura and Anna.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the last time that Jeffrey saw Laura? He said, "Just give me a year. Give me a whole year to get things straightened out."
Yeah.
That explains why Laura's not been back, because it's only been like 2 or 3 months.
Yep. Well, actually, I'm still pissed off about that because we know how Wyatt, quote unquote, threw on under the bus just for the sake of Jeffrey revealing the truth. But yeah, I just hate how that went down. But Hannah is going to be terrified. See, The thing about it is, like, if those two actually fall for each other, and I mean, like, at least with Derek, unlike Erica, that we know that he legitimately does like Hannah, it's not like, oh, I'm going to scheme her out of her money. It's not like that. I'm wondering, what will Hannah's reaction be if he is the guy with the tattoo, but it turns out that she actually likes him? And I will admit, by the way she told that story to Candace and Benny, it made it seem like the guy that raped her was like a full-grown adult, not some teenager or anything like that. So I feel like the age gap isn't revealed because I feel like that might spoil too much. We'll just have to wait and see. But the reason people are like, Derek ain't the guy. Remember she said that Candace had some of his features and stuff. Well, while that's true, this Derek might have looked completely different back then. Like, we don't know. Like I said as a joke, he probably had a Jerry curl or something like that. We don't know.
He might have.
Yeah.
I guess that would kind of make him older than Hannah because she said it was a man.
Yeah.
She was like only 19.
Yep. So I'm guessing mid-20s or early 30s just by how she described it. But
that would make him in his like 60s and 70s now, and I don't think he's that old.
I mean, black don't crack, but still, damn. I think the young guy who saved Oscar with the needle is related or knows Melissa in some way. I don't think so. What a storyline would be if David got Erica pregnant, Veronica would lose it. Acrimony, enough said. There's nothing else to say on that. It's like literally acrimony with this. Jeffrey going to tell his dad about Candace's friend, but that's only if he sees the face. And I love how David was like, fine, I'll postpone you two meeting as long as I can. Where's Detective George? I don't know. We'll probably see him in the next episode or so. Basically, after Sarah talks with Jim. That's what I'm guessing. We'll just have to wait and see. There has been a new episode summary for The Broken Washer, the episode after No Honor in This Game. Candace and Veronica make a plan to hurt David. So I'm guessing it has to do with a broken washer. We'll just have to wait and see.
I really want to know. Isn't it just funny the significance of the names of these titles, like Rat and the Water Moccasin, like Benny. David was comparing Benny to a rabbit playing in the water with Veronica, which is the water moccasin, and the rabbit in the water moccasin.
And like, I will admit that I was kind of like mad, but then I thought it was pretty cool how David, he didn't straight out say that he wanted Benny to take the fall for Jeffrey to get off, but at the same time, it's like sometimes you got to. I forgot the exact wording, but it's like sometimes you got to do.
He said there are a lot of things in this world that seem wrong, son. But you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, and I'm just like, okay, I hated him for saying that, but I'm glad he didn't sugarcoat it because we do know that David, while not at the gym level of being an asshole, he has done some under the table stuff himself. So I do like that because it fit his character.
Yeah, I like that too because he's like a mini Jim, so to speak.
And thank God Jim was not an asshole to Hannah. He was literally being himself. So I do like that. The fact that, nice to see you again, Hannah. It's like, Hannah, have you ever seen? Nope, I don't want to know. I was done. That was hilarious. I love it.
That was hilarious.
I love it. And, yeah, I think that's about it. Any last questions in the chats or any topic of discussion? Because I know I need to wrap up my list of videos to do, and I'll get to work later today. Well, actually, probably tomorrow, because I got plans for the night. Crap. I think the plan is for them to destroy David's house, possibly. I hope not, because that's a nice house, and it looks like they finally are getting it furnished next week before that bitch comes in there and starts breaking stuff. So we do know that David isn't going to handle Veronica next week, and that's going to piss me off. Like, does there...
You know, what is the broken... Oh, I just thought of something. You know how Catherine is like... Sometimes the episode titles and the summaries, they match up, but, like, the episode's summary doesn't have the real significance of the title in the summary.
Yeah. It's like
what if this is the point where Veronica is filling up on Derek?
Yeah, like
she says there's a broken washer that needs to be fixed, and she like calls him over, and then that's when she starts to put the moves on him or something like that.
Yeah, I can see that happening. Like maybe in the next episode when Hannah asks about, "Are you doing this for sex?" and then Derek gives an honest answer, and maybe those two don't fully like break apart, but they agree to like slow things down, and then Derek is kind of like in a moment of weakness, gets trapped in Veronica's web. Maybe, I don't know. I feel like Derek, the fact that he likes Hannah so much, will probably push Veronica to the side, but I just need to see. Like, I could believe that happening.
Yeah, me too. Maybe that's why where the significance of the broken washer is.
Oh, ain't no way. Welcome to the channel. And if you didn't catch like the first part of this live stream, you'll catch it on the channel itself. As always, tell your friends about the channel. I don't know why, but first off, thank you all so much. I don't want to jinx it, but over the past few days, it's like every day I've been getting at least 100 subscribers. So 30,000 is not too far away. So awesome.
I want to say something about these couple episodes. You know, we have had our bad points in these first couple of episodes, but overall, these first 4 episodes have been pretty dang good.
Yeah, these past episodes collectively have been better than the first 10.
Yeah, I think this is good. I just hope that we can keep this up. And, you know, so far it's saying, like the trailer in March said, this is the most can't miss episode, can't miss season yet, can't miss a single episode season yet. You know, hey, I'm kind of starting to actually buy that now.
Yeah, I feel like last week was the weakest episode out of the 4 so far. But other than that, it's like, okay, there have been legitimate scenes that I've needed to watch. Like, even if the episode feels like it's not going anywhere, there are still some things you need to pay attention to. Kelvin, what happened to the scene of Candace burying her son or cremating him? He was cremated off screen. Hannah went to the morgue to pick up his belongings. So as far as I know, there's no sort of funeral or anything. Quincy Jr. is gone. At least he got more mention after his death than Warlock.
You know, I did a video on my channel. I don't know if you've seen it. My channel was called "We Mentioned in This Series Again." So be sure to check that out if you get the time.
Yeah, I'll put a link in the community tab after we wrap up the live stream of that video on his channel. But I agree. I just hate how the characters who I like or have theorized to have these massive storylines along the way, they just completely kill them off. I hate when they do that.
Exactly.
Man.
And, you know, maybe next week if we do another live stream, we'll be saying bye to Vinnie Malone. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I will admit that even though it's unlikely that one of the main cast members will go, I would hate it and find it annoying if there are a lot of deaths, but they're all about, you know, minor characters. I feel like that would be too much of a cop-out. Like, true, you live up to the whole tagline of it's not who will die, it's how many, but make it so it's almost like the Avengers Infinity War, but all of these major characters die, allegedly. So it's like you need to watch part 2. So don't make it so all these minor characters die. So it's like I watched like 14 episodes or like 12 episodes just to see these characters who have been there like a couple of times and then they're dead. That's not suspenseful. But I honestly don't think that Justin's going to make it to the end of the season. I feel like he's going to be killed in some way.
Now next week we'll make episode 6 for Uncle Vinny, and he's just laying there. So hopefully, maybe he'll be like, it'll be like, you know, he's laying there and he's just like, you think he's dead, but maybe it'll be like Quincy. He's not really dead, but being that he's Malone, somebody's going to get him some help, and he'll come back with a vengeance.
Yeah, that's right, because it's like
Because I looked on IMDb and he is in like episodes next week in like 16, 17, 18, 19, episode 20, 21, 22, 23, like 37, 42, 44.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering about, but we'll just have to wait and see because, you know, when it comes to Tyler Perry, I mean, when it comes to death on this show, there's death, but then there's Tyler Perry death, you know? We'll just have to wait and see with that. But any last minute thoughts before we close up shop? I'm ready to take a nap. Man.
Yeah, I'm just really glad that lackluster material. I mean, some of it's lackluster, but all in all, it's really something. It's something for us to think about, and it's really thought provoking. It's not like it's dull.
Yeah, overall the episodes have been good. I feel like the first two were great. Last week was eh. This one was kind of lukewarm, but not bad. And then next week looks spectacular. Well, not to jinx it, but it does look better. It looks. The trailer looks pretty damn good, I will admit.
And I really hope that this is. It would have been nice to see Benny and Catherine react.
Yeah, I really wish we could have seen those interact, but all we're going to see is Jim C is quote unquote. I'm not even going to say lifeless, but his bleeding body on the floor. So we'll just have to wait and see.
Who knows? He might even manage to say something like call an ambulance or help or something. Anything.
Or get a name out. We'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, hopefully this is how the episode opens up. But I don't know. They'll probably stretch it out. I don't know exactly how they do it.
I've been impressed with all these episodes so far, where we have been picking up where we left off.
True story. I will admit that does. Yeah, I do like that aspect of it. So we'll just have to wait and see how it goes down. But overall, thank you all for tuning in. It was one heck of an episode, and I'm going to put a link to Chandler's YouTube channel on the community tab, so be sure to check it out. Hit that subscribe button, because what's better than one have and have not YouTube channel, but two, so different discussions to take place. And yeah, welcome to the channel to all the newcomers like Ain't No Way. Be sure. Oh, hang on a second. I feel as though Vinny's character was dumbed down just for him to die. Why didn't he just shoot Wyatt? I will admit that even though I have no experience in this, I'm pretty sure a drug dealer wouldn't be as patient as Vinny seemed to be. I feel like that was just orchestrated for the sake of the story. Like,
do you think maybe he knew it was Jim Cryer's son, and maybe he better be a little bit more careful?
I'm going to say no, because it just felt, I don't know, like, I wouldn't say, I feel like let's put it this way. I loved Vinny's interactions with Benny rather than Wyatt. Because in that instance, when it came to Benny.
Benny had Mitch to back him up.
Yeah, but that truly felt like this is a legit loan shark situation. But when it comes to Wyatt, yeah, like the episode where he begged for the drugs and then got high in the bathroom, I did like that scene. But then when it comes to like Vinny trying to get the money, I'm like, I don't know. It just felt kind of drawn out. Maybe because they diced up that scene throughout the episode. That's probably why it felt so meh to me. That's probably it. But I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I just need not to rewatch the episode again, but I just need to like reflect on it. That's a good thing that I haven't done any videos yet. 'Cause I like to like marinate on an episode before I share my thoughts. But bye, Cassandra. Be sure to check out the channel later. Yeah, that pretty much does it for me. That's all my thoughts. Like, I want to share your channel on my channel, get on Twitter and see if I can get to the bottom of this whole time scale of this episode, and that's about it. Yeah,
and overall I would give it an 8. I think it was an overall good episode. Next week well, I don't want to jinx it, but next week looks like a 9.5 or a 10.
Possibly. We'll just have to see about the pacing, the way it's going down. But yeah, it does look promising. That much I can agree on.
And I will admit now, last week's trailer really didn't show. It really only just showed tonight's episode. We really didn't get any scenes from any more upcoming episodes.
Hopefully Yeah, hopefully that's a running trend, and I'll appreciate that. That means my theory, trailer breakdowns could be somewhat more on the nose, and I like that.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, folks,
I guess you'll be doing that later today, right?
Hopefully, it depends on how long I sleep, but I'll probably get a trailer breakdown up before the episode review. That's probably how I'll do things, but Yep. Thanks so much for tuning in, folks. Be sure to check out the channel. I'll try to have at least one video up by the end of the day. Not sure which one, but I'm going to have something up by tonight. So thanks so much for joining us, Chandler. And be sure to check out his channel as well. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.
Bye-bye.